Hi everyone, just want to make a update now that Dragons of Tarkir is out and I've been able to get some of the cards for it. Doing a cube update, and these are the cards that are coming in and out of my cube. First one coming in is Thunderbreak Regent. It has the ability whenever a dragon you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, it deals them 3 damage. It bolts them. So it's also 4 for a 4/4 flyer, which is pretty good. I'm trying to make the blue-red control decks a little better. I think this guy's going to be pretty decent for that. Coming out for him is old Countryside Crusher. I've kind of been the guy defending Countryside Crusher as of late. He's really kind of been outclassed lately, so... And the 3-drops just keep getting better in red here lately, so that's more of a reason to just kind of get him out of there. The next one coming in is Myth Realized. And I think this card's pretty cool. It's good on the first turn. It's good on the 11th turn for especially your white-blue control decks, which I'm trying to make stronger because not a lot of my Q players are playing them. A lot of the players that play with me are more aggressive players, so I'm trying to kind of push them, nudge them into directions they're not comfortable with to make them better players. It's 1 white mana for an enchantment, and whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you get to put a counter on it, but you can also just pay 2 and a white to put a counter on it, and then you can pay a singleton white, and until end of turn, Myth Realized becomes a monk creature with power and toughness equal to the number of counters that are placed upon it. And coming out for Myth Realized is Ajani, Color of the Pride. Currently I run every Ajani, which can't possibly be right. I feel like this is probably the weakest Ajani. It only really goes in the aggressive white decks, and as such really hasn't been seeing a lot of play. So, you know, I'm a little Planeswalker heavy, I can admit it, and this guy's got to go. So bye-bye. The next one coming in is Sidisi, Undead Vizier. It's a legendary 4/6 Death Toucher, but it also has Exploit. You can sacrifice a creature. This could be Sidisi yourself, but you probably got something a lot worse than that. And when you do, when this comes into play, you can Demonic Tutor, or maybe a closer comparison would be Diabolic Tutor. You can go search for any card and put that in your hand. Pretty cool. Definitely going to be a good card. And coming out, one that hasn't been in the cube all that long is Brutal Horde Chief. It just hasn't been seeing any play. It's kind of like Hellrider, except not nearly as good. It's in the wrong color. It doesn't have haste. It just hasn't been performing overly well. It's fine. It's just not really been doing great. And as such, sorry, didn't quite make it there, Brutal Horde Chief. Maybe next time. Coming in, probably the most obvious card is Zurgo Bellstriker. It's 1 mana for a 2/2 with the downside that it can't block creatures with a power of 2 or greater, so it's unable to chump block. And it also has Dash for 1 or red, so this is probably going to be just a stable card from now until the end of time for red. Coming out is Legion Loyalist. It's one that I've been trying. It's kind of outclassed by all the other better 1-drops, and Zurgo is definitely better, so he's going out. Another one I'm going to give a try is Secure the Wastes. It's 1 and a white, and it's just a big cannon to put 1/1 white warrior creature tokens into the battlefield. Pretty good stuff. And coming out for that, we have Shrine of Loyal Legions. Technically, this is an artifact, although if you're playing it in a all-black deck, you're probably doing it wrong. So this is counted by me as a white card. It's been fine. I just kind of want to give Secure the Waste a try. I actually think it is a better card than Shrine overall. Another one that I was on the fence about, in fact, I didn't really think I was going to put in, is Damnable Pack. It's effectively just a scalable fireball draw card. You can either fireball your opponent and make them draw a bunch of cards, or you can fireball yourself and draw a bunch of cards. I was listening to, I believe it was The Joy of Cubing, and one of the guys on that show was pretty up on this card. He said it was one of the ones he was most eager to try out, and as such I'm going to try it out, and not too weird that I'd be switching it out for old Ambitions cost. This is one that's been kind of a staple for a long time. It's just your old, pay 4, pay 3 life, draw 3 cards. It's kind of the Black Harmonize. It's been good. Damnable Pack may prove to be better, so we'll see. Definitely not going to trade off this foil just yet, but it may be out for good. I don't know. Here's one that I'm trying solely because I got a foil. Pretty much, a Tarkir's Command. I'm not real hot on this card, but the card that is coming out for it I'm also not real hot on. So this has a few different modes. You can choose to, like any of the other commands. This one, your opponents can't gain life this turn, is one of the modes. I don't know if you can read it, it's kind of blurry. You can have it deal 3 damage to each opponent. You can put a land from your hand into the battlefield, which, whatever. And creatures you control get +1/+1, that's good. And gain reach, which, okay, sure, that's something that you can do. And coming out is Clan Defiance. I like this card. It's just one of those cards that doesn't get played a lot. It's basically just an X-Spell that can both kill a creature and deal damage to a player. I don't know, it's very good, but it hasn't been seeing a lot of play, so we'll try the Tarkir's Command and see how that does. Now, you may notice, that's all the cards that I'm bringing in from Dragons of Tarkir. You may notice I'm not playing the guy that effectively replaces this guy, but that's because this guy has been with me since 95, I guess. I love Savannah Lions, I love Elite Vanguard as well, and I pretty much consider them to be the same card. I know that it's a strict upgrade to have protection from dragons, and being able to block dragons as though it had reach. I know this, but there are very few dragons in the cube, and as such, I feel like it's just kind of moot point. There will be very few instances in which that will come up, and as such, I'm just leaving him in for now, although if I find room, I definitely will be bringing the new guy in. So there's that. You may also notice I don't have a, oh god, what's her name? Narset, the Planeswalker, or a Sarkhan. This is because I don't own them. I might bring a Sarkhan in. I think he's good enough for Cube, especially in that color combination. Timur, is it? I don't know. But I like him for that. I want probably 1 card of each 3 color combination, and I think that's going to be the card for that combination. I just don't own one yet. I also don't own a Narset or whatever she's called, and I do think that she's probably just good enough to get into Cube, although I have heard a lot of naysaying as far as Cube is concerned, that she's not been panning out on other people's cubes, but I don't know. I kind of want to try her for myself. As for cards that are coming in that aren't from Dragons of Tarkir, I have a few. I'm finally bringing in Inkwell Leviathan. He's just a big beater, but he's an artifact creature, so he kind of helps the Tinker decks. I've been noticing a lot of times with Tinker, you'll get an early Tinker and not see a big beater, so this guy's in a lot of cubes. I've kind of held off on putting him in mine. He's finally coming in, and coming out are actually 3 cards that just aren't seeing any play. Crystal Shard, Erratic Portal, and Aether Vial. These 2 are essentially the same card. You're able to return creatures unless its controller pays 1. And Aether Vial, if you don't know what this card does, then you probably don't play Magic very much. The problem with Aether Vial is it's just not very good in Cube. It's really a card that you want 4 of in your deck so that you can always have it on first turn. This isn't a card you want to draw turn 5, turn 15, whatever. So unless you really get it turn 1, it's no good. And as for these, I just feel like they've been outclassed. So they're all coming out. I'm only bringing in the 1 card with Inkwell Leviathan. I'm not really counting him as a blue card, although of course he is. I kind of just more count him as a Tinker target. I don't know what else to call it. Another card coming in is Banisher Priest. I've been reluctant to put this in, but everyone tells me it's fine. I do run the other one, which I can't think of, the 1/3. I didn't think I could find room for another 3-drop in white, but after looking through the cube, I found Mangara, and she's very similar to Banisher Priest in that she gets rid of something from the game. The reason I've been keeping Mangara around is because of Krakus. You're able to kind of use her ability to return target permanent, or remove it from the game, and then with that on the stack, Krakus her back to your hand because she is legendary, but that hasn't come up that often. And as such, more often than not, you're paying 3 for a 1/1 that almost instantly gets killed. So she is kind of a flag bearer that she gets removal from people's hands. But Banisher Priest is that, and he has an immediate effect on the board, so you're able to kind of use him and then maybe get in with your guys that turn before they untap and destroy it. So for that, Mangar is coming out, Banisher Priest coming in. Here's just some cosmetic changes. I picked up the nifty foil Sun's Champion. I think that's pretty. So out comes this one. Just as I said, cosmetic. The same can be said for Kiora, which again, you know, solely cosmetic. A lot of people are down on those type of foiling, and I don't like it as much either, but it's still better than playing with just a plain Jane one. And the last one is I'm bringing in Cyclonic Rift. I've been seeing this in virtually everybody's cube. I honestly never even considered it. I don't know why. You know, it's a great card. Obviously, I've had a playset forever. I've never actually played the card though, to my knowledge. And coming out is another one that just got put in Reality Shift, because Reality Shift has done nothing in the cube, just stone nothing. I force drafted it in my blue deck, and I tried to play it main, and was finding almost no situation where I wanted to play it. The only situations I'm really imagining where I want to play it are things like Worm Coil Engine and stuff that you must exile, and even then they still get a 2/2. That could possibly be, you know, anything. So I haven't been liking this. I think I would rather have virtually any other removal, Pognify or something like that, or another bounce spell. So Cyclonic Rift is getting the nod, and this is coming out. So that's all my cube updates for now. Thanks for watching, and you can check out my cube on Cube Tutor, Retro's Cube, spelled just like my channel. Please do check it out. Leave me comments on how crappy a cube designer I am and what an idiot, blah blah blah. I love to hear that hate, guys, so drop me a line. Anyway, we'll see you next time.